Ever wonder why some people believe the Civil War was about states' rights and not slavery? These beliefs are part of the lost cause narrative, which is a distorted version of the Civil War still prevalent in the South. After the defeat of the Confederacy, Southern historians framed the Confederate cause as a heroic defense against the tyrannical North. This narrative had three tenets: the glorification of Confederate soldiers who died for a noble cause, the idea that slavery was a benevolent institution, and that slavery was not the root cause of the Civil War. The United Daughters of the Confederacy is primarily responsible for propagating these myths. The UDC was founded by women who descended from elite antebellum families and had over 100,000 members at its height. They glorified the Confederacy through the funding of monuments in prominent spaces across the country. There are over 1,000 of these memorials still in place. Although the United Daughters of the Confederacy was primarily responsible for erecting Confederate memorials, their work with children was far more influential. The UDC formed textbook review committees to spread the truths of Confederate history and to reject any books that did not give full justice to the South. Only textbooks aligned with lost cause myths were allowed, and libraries were forced to deface other books by writing "unjust to the South" on its cover. Not only did these textbooks claim the Civil War was over states' rights, but they described slavery as a benevolent institution. Pause to read these excerpts. This racist ideology was taught to millions, and it still impacts their views today. The lost cause is an effective way to rewrite history. While the Confederacy lost the war, they were allowed to write their own versions of it, which is rare for a losing side. They understood that control in history ultimately wins the ideological war. So, how did you learn this history?